Hello! It's spring, and in today's video, we're making this chunky, super easy crochet blanket that you can sell in your handmade or crochet business or give as a gift for christenings, birthdays, or as an heirloom present. Coming up! Welcome back! I'm Viloria-Miguel, owner and founder of Canada Bliss Handmade Crochet Accessories. Welcome to my channel, the best place for crochet business, tutorials, and talk about all things handmade. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this super easy, luxurious, and chunky baby blanket. The dimensions of the blanket will be about 33 by 33. We're using Diamond Luxury Ecstasy, super fine merino chunky yarn, as well as a Knitter's Pride crochet hook in size N. You'll need a pair of scissors, darning needle, and optional ribbon. This video is sponsored by Diamond Yarns, retail and wholesale North American supplier of hundreds of top brands of yarn. They are sold at lovelyknitting.com. You can use Karen V. Miguel 10 for 10% off of your next purchase, and if you like, you could use the exact same yarn and needle that I'm using today. I'll also provide the full pattern on my blog. So let's jump in! For this pattern, you're going to need to know how to single crochet, half herringbone, and double herringbone. For the single crochet, you insert your hook, yarn over, pull through the stitch, yarn over, pull through both loops. Again, for a single crochet, you insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, yarn over, and pull through two hoops. For a half herringbone, you yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, and pull through one loop. Then you yarn over again, pull through two loops. We'll do that again. Half herringbone, yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, pull through one loop, yarn over, pull through two loops. To do a double herringbone, you yarn over, insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, pull through one loop, chain one, and then yarn over and pull through two loops. Once again, double herringbone, you would yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, pull through one loop, yarn over, chain one, and then yarn over, pull through two loops. So these are the stitches that you will need to know for this pattern. To make this baby blanket, the length of the baby blanket should be 29 inches long. So we're going to chain until we reach 29 inches. So create your slip knot and then crochet 29 inches long. And I'll meet you on the other side. Once you're done your chain, make sure that your chain is divisible by 3, and then you add one more chain to it because the stitch pattern is going to be done in intervals of 3. So make sure you have one extra chain, and the second chain from the hook, you're going to insert your hook, making sure that you get the two loops on the chain, and then yarn over, and we're going to do a single crochet. And then in the same stitch, we're going to do a half herringbone. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through the stitch, pull through one loop, pull through two loops. So yarn over, go into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, pull through one loop, then we're going to yarn over and chain one, then we're going to yarn over and pull through two loops. So that's our first cluster. Now we're going to skip 2 stitches. So we're going to skip this one, and we're going to go into this stitch right here. So yarn over, pull through, and single crochet. And then in the same stitch, we're going to yarn over, half herringbone. So insert, yarn over, pull through the stitch, pull through one loop, yarn over, pull through two loops. Then we'll do the double herringbone. So yarn over, insert into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, pull through one loop, chain one, then yarn over and pull through two loops. Now we're going to skip the two stitches and go into the third and insert, and we're going to single crochet again. So we'll single crochet, half herringbone in the same stitch, and double herringbone in the same stitch. Chain, don't forget that chain one on the double herringbone, and then pull through two loops. Now you'll see it's going to create these little clusters. So let's keep going until the end of the chain, and I'll meet you on the other side. If you're enjoying the pattern so far, please do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Now I'm just about on my last cluster, and don't forget that you can stop the video at any time to catch up, or if you need to take a break. So I'm just about done my double herringbone, and now I'm going to finish my chain with one single crochet at the end. There we go. And now we're going to chain one and turn our project. Now we've got this nice row of clusters, and we've chained one and turned. And now what we're going to do is we're going to single crochet in the same single crochet that we just did. And we're going to repeat the stitch pattern. So single crochet, half herringbone, double herringbone in the same stitch. Don't forget that chain one. And then we're going to skip two stitches. So 1, 2, and then we're going to insert our hook right here. And then we'll half herringbone, double herringbone, and then we'll repeat this stitch across the row. Now feel free to pause the tape, and I'll meet you when we reach the end of the row. I'm just about done my second row, just finishing my last cluster. And then we'll single crochet at the end. And remember that chain one does not count as a stitch. So now we have 2 rows, and we can see how it's pretty much evening out. Now we'll continue this stitch pattern. So we're going to chain one and turn the piece. And now we continue with this same stitch until we reach the desired length. So our width is 29 inches, and we're going to go to 29 inches long as well, because we're also going to crochet a border which will be about an inch, inch and a half, making our blanket about 32 inches long. So keep crocheting until you reach about 29 inches, and I'll meet you on the other side. Okay, so I'm just about finishing my last few clusters here. On my 29th inch row. And I'll do one last single crochet at the end. Excellent. Now I'm going to fasten off and got my yarn. Okay. So this is my last row. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my alternate color, which I have is cream today, and we're going to start working on the edging. So take your blanket and put the right side of the blanket facing you and come to the top right hand corner of your piece and take your contrasting color yarn and create a slip knot. Okay, then in your first single crochet right here in the top right corner, you're going to bring the slip knot through and we're going to chain 4, which will count as 1 double crochet and a chain. So go ahead and chain 1, 2, 3, 4. And then after our 4th chain, we're going to double crochet in the same corner stitch. To double crochet, you yarn over, insert your hook in the same stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops again. We're going to do another double crochet in the same stitch. So to do that, you will yarn over, insert into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And now to continue the edging, we're going to go across the whole width of the blanket and simply double crochet in every stitch. So yarn over, insert into your stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And we're going to continue this double crochet across the top, and I will meet you on the other side where we will work on the corner. Okay, so I am slowly approaching the other side of my blanket with my double crochets, and this is the last single crochet in this row, so I'm going to double crochet here, and I'm going to put another double crochet here for my turning corner. I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to put another 2 double crochets here in the same stitch. This is the same single crochet where I had fastened off, so if you want, you can even just kind of tuck it away as we continue working double crochets down the side. So once we've turned the piece, as you could see, we shelled in the corner, so it doesn't pucker here because we've added extra crochets along the side. And if you recall, at the beginning and end of every row, we had a single crochet. So we're going to be double crocheting in the edge of every single crochet. So the first single crochet on the side is going to go through here. So the first double crochet, my apologies, on the side is going to go through here, then into this single crochet, and then this space, and then this single crochet. So we'll double crochet on the edge of the whole piece. So it's going to go into this single crochet here and here. This space here. Whoops. And we continue that stitch pattern along the side. Okay, so we are now approaching the end of our side edging, and this is where we first started our piece, where we started chaining. So what we're going to do is find where we did the first single crochet, and it's right here, and right here is where we're going to do our 2 double crochets, our 1 chain, and then our 2 double crochet cluster. So it goes right into this stitch right here. So we're going to do our 2 double crochet in the same stitch, our 1 chain, and our 2 double crochet again. And kind of tuck in that end if you want. hide our little tail. And then turn the piece. So now we'll be working down up the other side of our width. We're going to work across our other side of the width, and we're going to go into every chain one along here. So let's double crochet into the next stitch, which will be right here. And you can tuck in, you can weave it in your ends or just do that at the end. So double crochet along the bottom now. And I will meet you on the other side. We are now approaching our final corner, like an airplane, our final destination. And we're going to get to the corner where we will then crochet our 2 double crochets, our chain 1 and our double crochet into this single crochet. Okay, so it's nice and hardy. It can hold that nice cluster right in the corner for our turn. So 2 double crochets for our corner cluster, and then we'll single crochet, and in the same stitch 2 more double crochets. 1, 2, excellent. Now we will work down the side doing our double crochets along each of the single crochets. Okay, so I'm approaching my last couple double crochets, and then we're going to join with the starting cluster that we created at the start of this edge. So if you look over here, we started with our chain 4. The top chain is our chain, and the other 3 represent a double crochet. So we're going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain, 1, 2, 3, and right after we double crochet into the same stitch we started with. So we're going to double crochet into the same stitch we started with to complete our edging cluster, and then we're going to go into the 3rd chain from the join, which will be 1, 2, 3 right here. Go right in, pull through, and pull through. So now we've joined. So we have our starting cluster. Now we're going to repeat what we did along the sides for a second row of edging. So at our slip stitch, we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to yarn over and double crochet into the chain 1 space. So double crochet, and then create another double crochet in the same chain 1 space for another starting cluster for the corner. And then we're going to single crochet along the edge once more. Now it'll be super easy to see our double crochets. Actually, the first one is right here, because we have a nice straight edge now. So we'll continue double crocheting. So crochet a double crochet into every double crochet now. Skipping no stitches. And I'll meet you on the other corner. So as you can see, I am now approaching the next corner, and I'm still double crocheting into every single stitch, including the 4 double crochets that were in the cluster on the corner. So I'm going to crochet into the first 2 double crochets that were in the cluster. And then once I reach the chain 1 space that forms the corner, I'm going to create another cluster. So I'm going to create 2 double crochets in the same chain 1 space in the corner, chain 1, and 2 more double crochets. 1, I'm running out of yarn, but I think I have enough for 1 more double crochet. Let's see. Oh, I do. Anyhow, I will join more yarn and continue double crocheting with my first double crochet for this row being right here next to the chain 1 space, and I will meet you on the other side. So if you've paused the video, I'm going to do 1 more corner with you. I'm approaching my next corner right here. So this is my, how many corners have I done now? I think I did my starting corner, 1 corner. This is my second corner, okay? So I'm crocheting, double crochet all the way into the cluster. So 1 double crochet in every double crochet, including into the cluster. Then I'm going to make a new cluster here into the chain 1 space. So 1 double crochet, another double crochet in the same chain 1 space, create a chain 1, then double crochet again in the same chain 1 space. 1, 2, oops, 2. And now don't forget that the first stitch for the next double crochet is right here. It's pretty close to the chain 1 space, but it's actually kind of tucked away in there, so we'll double crochet here. And then we're going to double crochet in every single double crochet along this edge. And I will meet you on this other side, so go ahead and pause the tape. And I'll see you on the other corner. And now we are approaching our 4th and final corner. Actually, it's our 3rd corner because our 4th corner is actually where we're going to join with the first corner again. So we'll double crochet right up to the chain 1 space, 1 double crochet in every double crochet from the previous row, and then we're going to put 2 double crochets into the chain 1 space in the corner, 1, 2 in the same chain 1 space, then we're going to chain 1 and 2 more double crochets into the corner to do our turning corner. 1 more double crochet for this corner. Great. And then we're going to double crochet in the first double crochet in the previous round's corner cluster, and then continue double crocheting along this edge until we reach our joining cluster. And I will meet you over there. So you can go ahead and pause the tape and I will join the cluster with you. I can't believe how quickly this gorgeous blanket works up with this yarn. And once again, don't forget that this post was sponsored by Diamond Yarns, who provided us with the yarn for this project. And if you want to use the same yarn that I'm using today, I'm using the Diamond Ecstasy Luxury Super Fine Bulky Merino, which is an absolute dream. It's also machine washable. So I've reached the last double crochet in this row, and now I'm approaching the first chain in our chain 1 space. So I'm going to double crochet and I'm going to go into the chain 1 space and then join with our chain 1 space in our chain 1 space. There we go. And you can add another row if you like, but this is such a nice, thick, luscious yarn that it works up so fast, and it's just so mushy and amazing. So anyway, I'm probably going to fasten off right here because the blanket is just slightly over 32 inches already. So we're going to fasten off here. And we're going to weave in our ends. Now, as an option, you can add a little pop of color to your blanket by adding a little satin ribbon around your edging if you like. Double-faced is great because then it doesn't matter what direction that the ribbon is facing, but you just kind of weave it in and out of every other double crochet along the first row of the edging. Just pull it on through, go around each corner, and then come back along here to meet it, then tie a sweet bow right on the corner. I'll show you how it'll look. Finish off our last corner. Make sure the ends are even. A cute way to do the ends too, I like doing that where I'll fold it and do a little bit of a double peak to my ribbon. And you can simply make a bow. Oh my gosh, and this blanket is absolutely ready for any newborn gift or christening for anybody, or even ready to sell if that's what you would like to do. So I super hope you enjoyed this tutorial of our first little baby blanket, and I hope you'll join me on the blog as well so that you can get the printed version of this. And also, if you would like to use exact same yarn that I used, I'll have a link to the diamond yarn that I used for this blanket.